Hello. One of the things that we sometimes need to do is to submit an assignment that we created on our iPad to Blackboard. To do that, we need to use a tool called Webdav. This is going to show us how to use that tool to move our presentation or other document that we've created on iPad into a special area on Blackboard that we can access to attach to our assignment. And this system does require our iPad to be up to the current operating system, which is iOS 6. Once we've created the presentation, we're going to click on the Presentations button at the upper left-hand corner to return to the summary list of the presentations that we have available on our iPad. In this case, I've prepared a presentation that's just called simply Presentation. Once we get to the screen, you're going to press down on the presentation file until it starts to wiggle. I can't show you that because this is a still shot. Once it starts to wiggle, you're going to hit the little arrow on the upper left-hand corner and we'll bring down a set of options as you see here. The one that we need is the one that's called Webdav, and it's the bottom right-hand option. Once we click that button, it's going to take us to a screen that asks us to log in to our Webdav account. What we need here is a server address, which is the address that Blackboard needs to save documents through the Webdav, our username, that's our Blackboard username, and our Blackboard password. The first part of this, the server address, is the hardest to configure. So let's take it step by step. The first part of it is the web address for Blackboard, https://sta.blackboard.com. That gets us to the general area we need. Now we need to get a little bit more specific and tell Blackboard where within its environment we need to save this document. So the next part is another slash and then bbcs webdav and another slash. Then we need to add another subfile name called users, USERS, and another slash. That gets us into the bucket we need. Now we need to tell it who we are. And we put in our username. In this case, it's test0003 because it's not a real student. In most of your cases, it's going to be your first name, period, last name, Mary.Smith, Michael.Jones. Once you've entered that, now it knows exactly where to save the document and it just needs you to authenticate yourself. So then you're going to put in the username. Again, this is a test student, so it's test0003. And in your case, it would be, again, Mary.Smith, Michael.Jones. Once you've entered the username, then you're going to then enter your password. Again, the password that you use to log into Blackboard. Now, check it over carefully, and when you're ready, hit the sign in button at the upper right. If you've done everything correctly, you're going to see this screen. And we're going to then click on the copy button on the upper right, which then starts the copying process for copying that presentation file to that directory. Here we're given an option of how we want to save it in Blackboard. And I would suggest a keynote presentation to save it as a PowerPoint file because your teacher most likely is going to be reviewing this on a PC, and a PC can't read a keynote presentation without special software. So it's easiest to just do it on PowerPoint, save it as PowerPoint. This is a progress screen as it's saving the document. It's giving you this information. And once it finishes copying, it's just going to return you to Keynote. So now we're done with the process of getting it up into Blackboard, And now we need to move to Safari on the iPad or on our Mac or Internet Explorer on our PC to move the document to attach it to our assignment. So now moving, I'm going to show you this in Safari. We are going to then log in. This is the test student again logging in. We're going to go to the class that has the assignment, which is Literature 1. Go to Assignments, and we'll scroll down to find the assignment, and it's the one that we need to attach the document to is appropriately called Upload a Document. We're going to scroll down the page to attach a file, and instead of using Browse My Computer as we would normally use, instead we're going to say Browse Content Collection. And I'm going to drag this into view. And you'll see that a list of the files, the file structure within Blackboard is shown. And the only content that we're interested in, or as test user will be able to get to, is the one called Users. And only that user's account shows up. And you can see that the presentation is available, is in that area. So we're going to click it and say Submit. And now you see that the attached files, that's attached. The student can then add any text information that they need to or comments. And then they're going to hit Submit. And they've now submitted this presentation. You can see there's 3 attempts on this one. The last one is the one that the teacher will review. Thank you.